Welcome back to Chasing the Target. Sri Lanka Bangladesh live चल रहा है. It's a bit of an interesting match. एक जगह पे लगा कि मैच फंस गया बांग्लादेश के लिए, पर मुशफिकुर रहीम and तौहीद एडोई were having a good partnership with Shanaka के निकाल लिया विकेट. अब देखना है, they still have a chance. I mean Bangladesh 98 from 12.2. But moving on to the bigger, better, better, biggest match in the history of cricket, the Classico बोलो, कुछ भी बोलो, यहाँ पे feisty affair चल रहा है. सुबह से मुस्तफा उसके में ही लगे हुए हैं. इंडिया की प्रैक्टिस, पाकिस्तान की प्रैक्टिस, पाकिस्तान का प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, इंडिया का प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, हर चीज देख लिया. आज सुबह से इंडिया पाकिस्तान टी शर्ट पे भी ब्लीडिंग ब्लू चल रहा. मुस्तफा, हाउ वाज योर डे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड क्या है भाई एक्सपेक्टेशन वेदर के सबके, क्या चल रहा है?
It's been a good day, very productive day, very tiring day, engaging day, but हाँ अभी वही बाज लोग बोल रहे नहीं होगा बारिश, दो तीन लोकल से भी बात करे, some journalists are saying नहीं होगी बारिश, मगर forecast तो है, like so there's nothing, there's always going to be a bit of worry that there's going to be thunderstorm or something like that. मगर आज मौसम जबरदस्त था, like थोड़े से clouds थे for 1 hour 2 hours late evening में, लेकिन बारिश नहीं हुई. अभी भी मैच चल रहा है, श्रीलंका बांग्लादेश वही स्टेडियम में है, तो बारिश नहीं हुई. मैं पहला हाफ देख के आया एंड the weather held up. It was sunny for the first 4-5 hours. And then फिर 5 बजे को थोड़ा सा overcast हो गया था. When Pakistan were practicing, it was bright and sunny. Even when India were practicing, and like I really enjoyed his innings. Konar, Sadira and Samar Karavira, क्या जबरदस्त बैटिंग करा. He batted really well under pressure because it's a tough pitch. You can see even Bangladesh, the way they're batting right now, it's a tough pitch, and that's an indicator tomorrow that maybe India go with an extra spinner. But Fahim Ashraf, Pakistan announced the 11. Fahim Ashraf is playing. The question was between Nawaz and Fahim Ashraf. Fahim Ashraf is playing, so they're going with that extra faster bowler. But Pakistan have the luxury of Iftikhar Ahmed and Salman Agha, who can also bowl spin. India don't necessarily have that unless Shreyas Iyer rolls his arm over. So there could be a case for Akshar Patel instead of Shardul Thakur.
Let him first roll his hands over on a short pitch delivery. But no, Iftikhar Ahmed to काफी time से डाल भी रहे हैं. I think consistently he's been bowling. Even in the Afghanistan series we saw him bowling. So yes, he's definitely an option. Movement तो है भाई. शरीफुल की बॉल भी जबरदस्त मूव हुई थी, तो शाहीन के लिए be aware, and the first spell for Shaheen Shah Afridi is going to be a spicy one. And मैं वही शरीफुल की bowling से quite impressed with the way he was getting the ball to move in towards the batsman. Samay Vikrama ki to innings again, we saw it in the first with Sri Lanka in the beginning of the Asia Cup as well. But Kusal Mendes also a very handy 50 from him. But coming back for tomorrow's match, again, just about extra spinner ka and stuff like that. So is there like anything? Did you manage to see the pitch or something from where you were standing, or like, or did you just go towards the next session? अभी तो मैच देखिए.
मैं पिच तो दूर से देखा, like from the box वहां से देखा मैं, but from there it was looking like it was right behind the bowler's arm from one end. So वो जो end था, it looked like a bit drier surface, and I mean it's okay to bat on, but a bit too pace. Sorry. So spinners I think can do a good job, and even faster bowlers I honestly, even if you play Shardul Thakur, it can work out because उन्हें spinnery समझो आप, like using the variations and stuff.
Someone who can bowl a mid range, I think, like a Hardik Pandya will be very effective as a Shanaka डाल रहा.
Yeah, Shanaka जैसा डाल रहा, exactly. So they'll probably will go with Shardul Thakur. लेकिन आप बात कर रहे थे शाहीन की, भाई शाहीन और हारिस लगातार bowling कर रहे थे, like so next में कैसा था, शाहीन was bowling one ball, then Haris was bowling the other ball to the batters, right? भाई क्या pace था, and they egg each other on even in the nets. I remember Shaheen got the edge, and Haris like, oh, zabardast bowling, bahut ala. He kept saying your favorite word. I remembered you. He kept saying that. So they egg each other on. They're competitive also in the nets, and the hardcore practice chal raha tha. And yeah, look, they're raring to go, man. I think even on this pitch, they will be very effective, and someone like a Fahim Ashraf could have maybe a Shanaka kind of role. Watching the bowling right now, that Shanaka is the way he's bowling, I think these kind of bowlers, Fahim Ashraf, Shardul Thakur, Hardik Pandya, can be effective tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's probably the reason why that call of Fahim Ashraf, obviously batting कर सकते हो, but with Hardik Pandya also like bounce भी अच्छा मिला था यार, शनाका को काफी अच्छा
हाँ,
bounce
he's a
मिला
tall
था
guy,
यार.
huh?
Yeah, he's quite
Mm,
tall. So is I think Hardik Pandya's height or maybe an inch
mm.
shorter than him. But yeah, I mean, again, Pakistan did announce their 11. They're quick to do that these days. I mean, it's more or less the same one like we anticipated, just the difference that Fahim Ashraf is walking in. Uh, but मेरे हिसाब से तो yeah, I think it's the right call from Pakistan. For now, सुबह अगर कुछ pitch है, if there's any change, then we'll probably come to know. Announcement के बाद you can change, right? If I'm not wrong.
Unless there's a injury or something like that, otherwise they won't change. Like if there's an injury or something that they can. Otherwise, no, you won't change the 11. That's your 11. You can't just say, "Arey, we were just messing with you," बोल के वैसा नहीं हो सकता. फिर आप announce नहीं करना चाहिए, right, in the first place. If there's a legit injury or something like that, then they could announce. But Babar's press conference, man, the confidence that he's oozing in the last 2 weeks, and I'm now seeing it personally in the last two press conferences. Very
Yeah.
good, composed answers as well. Like he was asked a question about Nawaz and Fahim, and like, is that a thing that they're still trying to debate, they're trying to settle? He said openly, listen, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, like I know what my 11s are, but it's depending on the conditions and depending on the pitch. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई फहीम ही खिलाऊंगा मैं या खाली नवाज खिलाऊंगा, वैसा नहीं है. I have to look at the opposition, I have to look at the conditions. He answered that pretty well. He asked about the advantage, about Pakistan playing लगातार matches or India not really playing, being a bit more undercooked. So he said, देखो ये जवाब तो आपको कल मिल जाएगा, लेकिन हाँ हमारे को फायदा तो है that we're playing cricket. And he also talked about traveling. उन लोग भाई कोलंबो से मुल्तान, मुल्तान से वापस कोलंबो, फिर I mean कैंडी, फिर इधर फिर उधर लाहौर, but now finally back in Colombo. He said we already knew, so we are mentally prepared, so we're not like thinking about it. So yeah, he's looking composed and looking fresh. Like I'm already tired here, man. Like 1 week, and these guys are traveling all around, and they're looking very fresh.
Yeah, hello sir, चिराग भाई. Hello चिराग भाई.
Hello.
Welcome sir. But yeah, I mean वही है, अभी आदत भी हो जाती है उन लोगों को, इतना सब obviously experience भी है. But again, लाहौर से श्रीलंका back and forth करे, but अच्छा है. I mean अगर वैसा temperament रखे, and I think like आप भी जो बोले बाबर आजम in the recent times he's been looking more confident. He was all praised about Shaheen, Naseem and everybody, all the contributions that they've been providing with them. Chirag bhai said, "Guys, I'm launching a clothing brand. Store has been added in house called Delhi Digital launch soon." क्या बात है sir,
Woo!
congratulations.
Mubarak बहुत
और
बहुत. House is my
मुस्तफा
dream destination.
मुस्तफा एक ही ड्रीम, हाँ मुस्तफा का ड्रीम डेस्टिनेशन है, मैं वही बोलने वाला था. After Colombo it was House Goss, and Mustafa, now you have a reason to go back to House
Yeah,
Goss
yeah.
apart from the party.
Hopefully next
नाम क्या है
month
भाई?
we'll go.
Unless this is sarcastic, because I know in Chirag bhai anything is possible. Chirag bhai, this sarcastic है कोई? आपके क्लोथिंग ब्रांड का नाम क्या है? Like will it be like something like KL Rahul joke or something? I'm really curious to know that
Could
if this
be.
is actually thing or you're just messing with us, knowing you that you आप थोड़ा बहुत चुटकुले आदमी है तो इसलिए. But if it is an actual thing, we let us know Instagram पे क्या है. We'll definitely look out क्या है क्या नहीं है. E-Day Finds is the name. Okay, E-Day or
So he's,
E-Day.
yeah, it's true. It's true. We'll come visit you
Yeah.
in the next couple of months, either this month, next month, or the month after. We'll come and visit you. We have to make a trip to Delhi, so we'll come and visit the
Yeah.
store also, hopefully.
House Gas, baby. That's where Mustafa has to go. And coming
Yeah.
back to, but we definitely जो भी अगर हमें बस watch back पे देखने वाले, please do go ahead and चिराग भाई का जो भी Eddie Finds है नाम है, digital launch soon है उनका, या दिल्ली के in and around अगर आप है तो please go and have a look. I'm sure it's going to be great clothing brand. But yeah, Mustafa, like again today, the whole day, if I'm just imagining from your eyes what all you must have seen, what all you must have experienced, let us know how it was feeling looking again at Babar Azam. What was the point again? Just before you go in, Shubman Gill कहीं को आ गया एकदम.
Yeah, तो शुभमन गिल came into the press conference because practice में नहीं आए थे. रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली, उन लोग कल आ गए थे, right? Practice में. तो इंडियन पाकिस्तान की full practice आज थी, कल इंडिया का full practice थी. अब रोहित शर्मा, विराट कोहली did nets yesterday, तो इसलिए नहीं आए. तो जो players आए थे, शुभमन गिल आया था, केएल राहुल आया था, कुलदीप भाई आए थे, फिर आपके रविंद्र जडेजा, came also, and Ishan Kishan. तो उसमें से आप शुभमन गिल को चूज करें, but I was very impressed with the guy, man. The way he spoke in the press conference, he handled
Yeah,
himself. हिंदी में
yeah.
सवाल, इंग्लिश में सवाल, he answered it very composed. ऐसा नहीं है कि like yeah, I was very impressed with that. They asked him also about Babar because they said कि भाई पाकिस्तान में बहुत fans है विराट कोहली के ये वो, and like Pakistan players talk about Virat Kohli, whether it's Haris Rauf, Babar Azam recently made a statement about Virat Kohli. He's like आप लोग देखते क्या पाकिस्तान प्लेयर्स को? I think पाकिस्तानी सहाफी थे जो पूछे थे सवाल, and he said कि भाई हाँ हम लोग भी देखते, जो भी अच्छा कर रहा है क्रिकेट में हम देखते, बाबर को तो मैं देखता हूँ, and I really appreciate him. वो बहुत जबरदस्त प्लेयर है, उनकी तारीफ कर रहे थे. So yeah, he spoke very well. They asked him about his opening partnership with Rohit Sharma. He said कि भाई देखो it's a really good chemistry between us. Rohit Sharma plays the more aerial shots, he plays the pull shots, I play more along the ground. तो थोड़ा सा it's different in the power play, and it makes the bowlers think about something. They asked him about left arm seamer नहीं है आपके टीम में, तो आप शाहीन को कैसा prepare करेंगे and all that. He's like, listen, the more than left arm, it's actually because we don't play Shaheen, Haris, Naseem regularly. Like we play the other bowlers in the IPL, we play them on bilaterals. We don't play Shaheen and these guys regularly. So इसलिए वो challenge है हमारे लिए. That's what is difficult. More than his angle and being left arm, it's that we're not we haven't played him regularly, and and they're world class bowlers. He talked about the difference between Shaheen and Naseem. Said Naseem is a faster bowler. He gets the ball to seam, he'll hit the deck, whereas Shaheen will swing the ball, he'll use the air movement. तो ये इन दोनों का फर्क पड़ रहा था. दोनों का भी तारीफ करा, बहुत world class bowlers है. And yeah, like it was a very good, like I think उन्हें सुलझावे answers दे रहा था, जवाब अच्छे थे उसके, and yeah, I was impressed with the press conference.
Preparing Shubman Gill for the future, I think वही है हिसाब से मेरे तो.
Yeah, at a young age, look like like India Pakistan match, bro, press conference उसको भिजा दिया, थोड़ा सा challenging रहता.
वो एकदम परिचय है भाई, where's the big man?
अच्छा बात कराओ ने. Even जो senior journalist थे दूसरे से मैं बात करता हूँ, उन लोग भी बहुत impressed थे उसके साथ. तो
वही मैं को लगा यार मिस्टर पांड्या कहाँ है यार, वाइस कैप्टन तो भी आ जाना था,
उन्हें कल आगे आज नहीं आया था, राइट? He didn't come. अब केएल राहुल को तो नहीं भिजाएंगे because everything will be wicket keeping, batting, उसको नहीं भिजाएंगे.
केएल राहुल तो आज भाई उन्होंने इमीडिएटली पहले बैट उठा के भागाऊंगा धूप देख के, उन्हें पहली मेरी बैटिंग, पहले मेरे लास्ट टाइम बेचारे का वॉश आउट हो गया था.
उसकी जो बैटिंग थी, like he went a bit defensive. The last 10-15 balls he was smacking it. He was just trying to hit the ball and played some aggressive shots as well, and it's good to see him back in rhythm. Ishan Kishan though, Fez, after his batting he kept so the उन लोग slip ऐसा वही nets में they had like a slip cordon with Shubman Gill, Tilak Verma, and Ishan Kishan was keeping, and they were doing keeping drills off the edge ऐसा bat ऐसा रख के going off the slice of the bat, and he was keeping jumping around. So it looks like Ishan Kishan is going to play tomorrow. If the weather holds up, Ishan Kishan will be your keeper. मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा, the way he's preparing. KL Rahul, it was much lighter drills yesterday wicket keeping wise. Today he didn't do any wicket keeping.
Like अपन बोले थे bro, like they will not immediately get him into all full fledged cricket. I think they'll rhythm बढ़ाएंगे उसका slow, and I don't even see any change in the Indian team particularly. It'll be the same 11. That Jasprit Bumrah will come back. Now that Siraj or Shami, that's only one question. Shami might,
unless they drop Shardul.
Unless they drop Shardul, but that looks very far fetched. So I think यही होगा कि mostly the same team that we're seeing usually. अब Siraj को बैठा दे, Shami को बैठा, that still you could have a little bit of a question in your mind, which again not too much, knowing that how Rohit Sharma functions. But I feel कि more or less same team रहेगी. Mohammad Sarmad bhai, thank you for joining us back. He's saying how was the weather today? क्या situation थी? कहीं बीच में मुसवा भाई was saying about some clouds or something.
Yeah, weather was very sunny in the morning. Up until 4 o'clock, it was sunny, bright. When the Indian and Pakistan team were, they were practicing, it was hot. They had the cold towels and everything around them, and they kept rehydrating with water and all that. उसके बाद like 5 बजे लेट आफ्टरनून 4:30 बजे थोड़ा सा ओवरकास्ट हो गया था, एंड ऐसा दिख रहा था कि बारिश आने वाला है, लेकिन आई नहीं. इट स्टिल हेल्ड अप. द मैच इज स्टिल गोइंग ऑन. आई वॉच्ड द फर्स्ट हाफ एंड लेफ्ट, बट लाइक राइट नाउ द सेकंड हाफ इज स्टिल गोइंग ऑन. बारिश नहीं हो रही अभी तक. मैं बाहर भी जब था बारिश नहीं हो रही थी. तो या टुडे इट इज हेल्ड अप. I'm fingers crossed, man. I'm really hoping and praying कि कल बारिश ना हो. That's all I can say, man. Like, I'll keep you updated. Whatever it is, हकीकत बता देंगे कल. लेकिन I just hope it's like today. I really, really hope, man, because बहुत बड़ा गेम है.
I think again like वही है ना, वो बटे हुआ मैच में मजा नहीं आएगा जितना एक दिन के मैच में खत्म होगा. लाइक रिजर्व डे है, यस यू कैन ऑलवेज बी लाइक हाँ भाई आज एक इनिंग्स खेल लिया, कल भी एक इनिंग्स खेलने की चांस है आपको, लेकिन इट विल ऑलवेज बी फन कि आप एक मैच थ्रू आउट द डे खेले. एंड that's where the action will, because once you lose that momentum and stuff, it gets a little bit annoying, right? कि आधा आधा अधूरा, फिर कल उठो, फिर देखो, फिर stuff
Hmm.
like that, rather than that एक दिन में, एक shot में. But uh, again, like team composition wise, going in, I mean, what we saw in the first ODI, who do you think is like the much more challenging, like between India Pakistan, if you have to pick now based on what you saw in the first ODI? Do you still think like it's 50-50, or do you see a little bit more edge in Pakistan this time?
No, I think it's 50-50 because we didn't see Pakistan bat, right, against Bumrah, Shami Siraj. That's what I want to see. Okay, against Nepal, Indian bowlers weren't that effective. But look, when you're playing against Pakistan, 100 lights, you're bowling, you're defending 260, आप जान तो लगाएंगे. And it would have been challenging for Pakistan. I don't know like what would have happened. So I can't really tell you. My position is the same. Before the first match, I said 50-50. Now I'm also saying 50-50. Like I said, their bowling attack is very strong, solid. Lekin we also had a counter attack. We had a counter punch from Hardik Pandya and मिस्टर ईशान किशन. तो इट्स नॉट लाइक आप भी टक्कर का मुकाबला नहीं दे सकते. तो अभी भी मेरे मेरे ख्याल से 50-50 है. बाज लोग बोल रहे 51 ये वो, बट मेरे हिसाब से टक्कर का मुकाबला है एंड होपफुली द रेन स्टेज अवे.
Yeah, I mean the rain should stay away because we do want to see. ना फिर बारिश करवाओ यार, बोल रहा आशीष. आशीष क्या हो गया उस्ताद, तुम तो अलग कर, थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्टिंग करो, मेक इट रेन बेबी. आई
भाई
मीन
ऐसा मत बोलो. हम लोग बहुत लाइक
हाँ.
इतना इंतजार कर रहे हैं मैच के लिए, इतना वो कर रहे, प्रैक्टिस जा रहे, वहां जा रहे, यहाँ जा रहे, जस्ट फॉर दिस मैच. एंड बारिश नहीं होना चाहिए.
अरे
आज
रे रे
अच्छा
रे,
मौसम
इन्हें
था.
तो अक्टूबर 14 को भी रेन करवा दे रहा है. इन्हें
He's
अलग
just being
अलग
sarcastic.
अलग
He
जोन
wants
में
to.
भाई मेरा.
Why? He's the first person who will wake up 5 o'clock in the morning if Virat Kohli is batting and India is playing. He'll wake up like, so he'll want to see the game.
नहीं, 100%. चिराग भाई, व्हाट अबाउट आवर बॉलर? मतलब भाई ये नेपाल जैसी बॉलिंग तो नहीं होगी.
No, I think देखो against Pakistan they will be pumped up and they will go for it. You'll see hopefully Mr. Bumrah unleashed as well. We didn't see him in
Yeah,
that Nepal
hopefully.
game, and hopefully he's raring to go as well. And yeah, I'm confident the bowlers will do a decent job. And yeah, like right now मैं कल जो देखा nets में Bumrah was flying, he was bowling well. थोड़ा सा छोटा रन अप दिख रहा था, but उसका generally छोटा ही है. ऐसा नहीं है कि इतना लंबा भागते हुए आता उन्हें. Siraj and Shami are also sharing tips together. They're bowling in tandem, one after the other. I think they were bowling to Rohit Sharma only, if I'm not mistaken. And Bumrah was also
Yeah.
bowling. तो मेरे हिसाब से they should be raring to go. And let's see, like you have Bumrah back. We didn't see him against Nepal, and I think he could be the deciding factor.
हाँ बिल्कुल. I think he would be ready. And again, like you said, just first ODI, I mean, batting हुई नहीं पाकिस्तान की, so we can't still judge on that. And Pakistan have a tendency also to lose wickets up front.
Yeah.
फखर ज्यादा effective नहीं रहे, इमाम थोड़ा बहुत अच्छी पारी खेलते गए, बांग्लादेश में एकदम से आउट हो गए. तो we have Jadeja in that sphere who can manage to get arm ball in and sort of turn it. तो मेरे हिसाब से yeah, it's still a little bit iffy in terms of their batting. Babar, yes, one of the players that you will have to watch out. But again, I mean, again, even he pressure will get to him. Obviously, it's a high intensity battle. मजा तो आने वाली है. And कल और भी रहेगा because already India at least have played 50% of their batting and they know what is coming at them. So I'm just more excited to see Rohit Sharma how he's going to attack that ball coming in. That's the most थोड़ा बहुत टेंशन हो रहा है उसमें. रोहित भाई अंदर की बॉल खेल लो यार, एक मैच खेल लो भाई, मजा आ जाएगा.
Yeah, will KL play in place of Shardul or same team? He won't play in place of Shardul. If he plays, he'll play in place of Iyer or Kishan. But right now, जो practice में देखा मैं कल और आज भी जो देखा, ईशान किशन will be your wicket keeper. I think जो तैयारी हो रही है. KL Rahul did do keeping practice yesterday. I saw him do it live, but it was more like getting into the rhythm, थोड़ा सा हल्का फुल्का. लेकिन ईशान किशन was doing more intense wicket keeping drills. रिजवान भी भाई 40 मिनट विकेट कीपिंग कर रहा था आज. उन्हें इधर उधर कूद रहा था, यहाँ से वहां से, like उसकी क्रेजी था वो भी देखना. Like the agility that he has, I mean, I've never seen him that up close, right? So it was really good to see Ishan Kishan as well. He dives around and stuff, and it looks like Ishan Kishan will be your wicketkeeper tomorrow. And KL Rahul, I don't think he'll play tomorrow from what I can see, especially not in place of Shardul, because then you'll have a bowler light, right? मुश्किल हो जाएगा फिर.
And I don't see anyone coming in except like probably वही जैसा आप
वो
बोले.
अक्सर और शार्दुल का हो सकता है, नहीं तो
That is the
राहुल
only
और
thing.
अय्यर का हो सकता, but
Yeah.
apart from that,
अगर पिच डिक्टेट अभी जो कर रही है, shows के शार्दुल might come in instead of even अक्सर. And वहाँ पे क्योंकि फ़हीम अशरफ वहाँ पे आए हुए हैं, and आप देख लो शनका का भी परफॉर्मेंस जैसा आ रहा है. I think that way if you look at it, maybe you see the same team more or less. And then again, it's the only problem area, नहीं बोल सकता problem
शमीम आउट हो
considering
गया
as
फिर, सॉरी.
अरे यार उन्हें अच्छा मारता है शमीम, दबा के भाई.
LBW ठीक शाना.
स्पीकिंग ऑफ मारना यार, आज वार्नर लैबुशेन फोड़ दिया साउथ अफ्रीका को, डाल के दे दिए
Yeah.
दोनों बॉयज.
I don't know how he's not going to be in the World Cup squad now. They have to get him in, like to go back to back, big innings, match winning innings from Labuschagne. I mean, the game hasn't finished yet, but I'm thinking that Australia will win. But regardless if they win or not, how can you leave out Labuschagne? They have to bring him back. You got to do something, man. Team Australia.
अब मम्मी की दवा देखेंगे उसकी, चलती नहीं चल रही वर्ल्ड कप की टीम में का. फर्स्ट ओडीआई में तो चल गई थी, वहां पे कंकशन सबके से आ गया था लैबुशेन, बट लेट्स सी. यहाँ पे बोल रहे चिराग भाई, बांग्लादेश विंस टुडे टूर्नामेंट, या इट विल बी इंटरेस्टिंग. ऑब्वियसली पॉइंट्स थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर हो जाएंगे, एंड देन अगेन कल के ऊपर भी बहुत भारी इंपॉर्टेंस रहेगा फॉर इंडिया स्पेसिफिकली, बिकॉज देन अगेन श्रीलंका से नेक्स्ट मैच है. श्रीलंका भी अच्छी खासी टीम दिख रही है अभी, तो इट विल बी अगेन
बेसिकली अगर आज श्रीलंका जीत गई, pitching inside, that is Plum Fest, that is LBW. Yeah, sorry. अगर कल I mean sorry, आज श्रीलंका जीत गई तो then that India Sri Lanka could be a knockout if India lose tomorrow. If India lose tomorrow, then India Sri Lanka could be a potential knockout, and I was there last year when that happened. I don't want that to happen again. So hopefully India get points on the board tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%. Chirag bhai says Rizwan, sorry. Yeah, Rizwan को बोलना के हर बॉल के बाद अपील ना करे. I mean, he does have a
हर
tendency,
विकेट
थोड़ा
कीपर का आदत है
और वो डीआरएस के भी टाइम पे उन्हें बहुत ज्यादा कूदता यूजुअली, एंड
भाई.
बाबर
एक
4-5
विकेट
लोगों से
कीपर
पूछे बाद जब तक नहीं करता, लाइक
एक
नहीं भाई
विकेट
आप बोलो.
कीपर था एक विकेट कीपर था हमारे बचपन में, और अभी भी
कामरान अकमल,
है. हाँ हाँ,
कामरान अकमल.
कैसा भाई वो कैसा अपील करता है उन्हें हर बॉल के बाद. ये तो कीपर्स की तो आदत है, सब अपील करते रहते हैं. यू सीन द आईपीएल आल्सो.
अदरमान भी बोले वेदर अपडेट दे दो. वेदर अपडेट यही है कि भाई इट वाज सनी थ्रू आउट द डे, देयर वाज नो fear of any kind of clouds or overcast condition until 4 o'clock is what Mustafa mentioned. 4 बजे के बाद थोड़े बहुत clouds आए, लेकिन फिर disperse हो गए. So that's why the match is continuing as we speak. तो अभी कल के बारे में नहीं बोल सकता. Again, एक दिन के बाद, एक घंटे के बाद, 4 घंटे के बाद चेंज होते जा रहे हैं. So you can't say. I mean, अभी Mustafa is sitting dry and dandy and in a couple of minutes he might be wet. So you don't know. That's the context of.
मगर मैं खाली उसमें ऐड करूंगा, फैन जो बोल रहे हैं उसका ऐड करूंगा कि आज जो है थोड़ा सा ओवरकास्ट था 1-2 घंटे के लिए, बट अदरवाइज इट्स बीन ब्राइट एंड सनी. एंड कल भी ऐसी था, मगर कल बारिश हुई थी 15-20 मिनट के लिए, जो प्रैक्टिस हैड टू बी फिनिश्ड अर्ली बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रेन. मगर फिर उसके बाद बारिश नहीं हुई थी, तो वही आप कल देखेंगे. कल भी रेन प्रेडिक्टेड ही है, आज भी था. आई जस्ट होप, फिंगर्स क्रॉस, दैट स्टेज अवे.
सब क्रॉस कर लो उसमें, तो hopefully it stays away and we get a whole match, because you want to see this battle just to understand where you're standing going into the World Cup. Also, you want to know where you're going to stand, right, Mustafa, against Pakistan and all the big guns. So
just want to see a match, man, more than anything. Just want freaking India Pakistan, man. It doesn't matter even if it's like what do you call it, Fevicol Cup, man. I don't care. Like, I want to watch these two teams play.
But Fevicol Cup का भी छोड़ दो. Like, the thing is again World Cup के
कहीं को छोड़ू मैं, तुम कहीं को सो बोलते छोड़ो, कहीं को छोड़ू मैं.
छोड़ो बोले तो
मेरा ये पॉइंट है.
पॉइंट ये है कि भाई ये मैच जो पर्टिकुलर है कल का, मेरा पॉइंट ये है कि
आपके लिए, लाइक आपके लिए वर्ल्ड कप के पर्सपेक्टिव, बिकॉज़ आप प्रोफेशनल आदमी है. हम जो जो लाइक फैंस है, जो वो है, हम लोग खाली इंडिया पे.
आप भी फैन है भाई, हम बैगन नहीं.
हम जो आम आदमी है, हमको खाली देखना है शाहीन बॉलिंग टू रोहित, विराट कोहली बैटिंग, बुमराह बॉलिंग. हमारे को क्रिकेट देखना है भाई. आप देख लो वर्ल्ड कप के पर्सपेक्टिव से, अहमदाबाद देखो, बिकॉज़ यू आर एन एनालिस्ट. आई एम नॉट एन एनालिस्ट. आई जस्ट वांट टू सी क्रिकेट.
अरे भाई इतना भी नहीं भाई. अरे तो बहरहाल मेरा तो ये है कि भाई
डॉक्टर साहब आ गए. पहले डॉक्टर साहब आ गए. अस्सलाम वालेकुम डॉक्टर साहब, द सेलिब्रिटी इन द हाउस. Doc Saab is in my hometown and I'm in Vinay's hometown. It's a full circle right now.
Doc Saab is in Colombo. Doc Saab is coming to Colombo, he's saying.
He wants to come, but he's in my hometown. No, he was in my hometown.
Yeah, he's back, I think. Yeah, he's back in Hyderabad, obviously.
Yeah, but he's in my hometown, or he was in my hometown, and I'm in Vinay's hometown. It's a full circle. Life is very funny. But हाँ, जो आप बोल रहे थे, मैं like बारिश का यही बोल रहा था कि आप सही बोल रहे हैं. यहाँ पे कोई भरोसा नहीं है, कुछ भी कभी भी हो सकता. You seen that? So we just hoping that it stays away tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully it stays away. I mean, देखो.
Because Virat Kohli, man, his touch in football. हाई क्लास इज वेल, वेरी इम्प्रेस्ड विद दैट. बट जो बैटिंग भाई उन्हें करता है नेट्स में, ओ कड़क आवाज भाई. मैं बोल रहा हूँ आशीष हमारे साथ, आई मीन यू हर्ड दिस फ्रॉम मी ऑलरेडी, बट because Ashish has joined us and is man just the जो आवाज टंग बोल के आती from उसके बल्ले से हा हा crazy
Yeah.
bro. और रोहित शर्मा की भी टाइमिंग मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूँ हाई क्लास भाई हम लोग बहुत खुश नसीब है कि हम देख सकते क्रिकेट एंड वी आर इन्वॉल्वड इन दिस बट ओ माय गॉड इट्स क्रेजी टू सी इन द नेट्स
हाँ, विराट का टंग बोला, मुफ्ती का टंग बोला, क्या
yeah
बात
भाई
है।
cover drive punch leg
हम्म,
flick and even when he's just doing the throwdowns right without the pads and
yeah.
everything you're
हम्म,
just standing in awe he has a aura about him man like jo log bolte hain, it's true like
हम्म।
it's just I'm just like watching I get distracted at times and when he's walking past me also I'm like bhai
Even
virat bhai
even
virat
Ishan Kishan nets was very good. Like I think एक आध जो आप बोल रहे थे कि even the sound of his bat was kadak. I was looking
Jadeja
good.
also talk
Jadeja also,
yeah
हाँ
yeah
Jadeja
that
also,
was
yeah.
really good yeah
यार
uh,
कोहली की बात ना कर, आई विल क्राई नो मोर। तो भाई आपको तो बारिश चाहिए, आप अपने आंखों से बारिश कर दे रहे हैं यहाँ पे। तो आई वुड से यू वुड वांट टू मैच देन, डोंट डोंट से अक्टूबर 14 में भी बारिश कर दो फिर। बट
he doesn't want of course he wants a
भाव
match
खींच रहे हो
and मैं
जी, भाव खींच रहे हो।
आप लोगों का सबका सपोर्ट है और आप लोग इतना फॉलो करते हैं हमारे को और आशीष भी बहुत सपोर्ट करता है पहले से तो लाइक हम लोग जब भी देखते लाइक प्लेयर्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ अस स्टफ वी ऑलवेज रिमेंबर आवर फ्रेंड्स बैक होम एंड स्टफ मैन लाइक काश आप लोग भी हमारे साथ थे और एक दिन हम लोग साथ में जाके मिलेंगे प्लेयर्स से और देखेंगे एंड या इट्स बिन गुड ब्रो
या आई मीन जैसा भी है, जैसा जैसा आएगा। अभी तो भाई पहले तो वर्ल्ड कप के टिकट भी नहीं मिल रहे अब तो, लेकिन अब इट्स गोना बी फन टू सी। अभी 2 महीने तो क्रिकेट बैक टू बैक है। अगेन इंग्लैंड, ये वो बड़े बड़े टीम्स देखने को मिलेंगे। इट्स गोना बी अ गुड गुड टाइम। इंडिया पाकिस्तान अगेन टुमारो यार, मेरे तो फिर एंग्जाइटी शुरू हो जाती थोड़े टाइम में कि क्या होने वाला है क्या नहीं होने वाला है। बट from what Shubman Gill was saying, that he looked going in, that he looked much more calm, because there was one line which I was actually like, not impressed, but like I would say अच्छा दिखा मेरे को जब होने वाला कि भाई sometimes you get unfortunate dismissals and sometimes you get like out and you just have to keep working hard. You can't do much. So like it does show like he does have a little bit regrets of the way he's been getting out and stuff, but it also show like he's putting in the work. Did you manage to see him in the nets like Shuman Gill?
Yeah, I saw him like yesterday as well today, and I saw him in the
Mm-hmm.
indoor nets day before yesterday too. And
Mm-hmm.
he's a class player, man, to watch in the nets. The way he pitch kit, kabhi kabhi when it's a tough pitch, he does struggle. So that's why I want to see what he does tomorrow. But he's a young kid; he will learn. I think they have to back him now. They've put him in the World Cup squad, and they're backing him as the opener. So I think I have to keep backing him. Hopefully, he comes good. He was talking about the pressure of a Pakistan game. He's like, look,
Yeah.
of course, it's the first time I played in a Pakistan match. It is a pressure game, but I'm going to find that in a World Cup knockout too. If I'm playing another team, it's going to be that similar type of pressure as well in a World Cup knockout. So yeah, I felt he spoke very well. He was very mature about it. And batting wise, he looks confident. He plays his shots in the nets. So like uska bhi jo short arm jab hai nahi leg side ko jo marta unhe wo zabardast dikhta mere ko. And timing wise also is a very class player and he will learn because he's still young. He will make mistakes. You just have to keep backing him. He's a class player and his next step is in tougher conditions try to get out there and score runs. And I honestly feel that if Rohit Sharma can get off to a flyer, it'll take pressure off Shubman Gill too. So that is also important in their partnership.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be important. And well, yeah, again, it's good. Like he mentioned also that the difference between Rohit Sharma and him is the way of their style of play, and that's also why their combination sets. But overall, सबसे बड़ी problem area किधर देख रहे हैं आपको इंडिया में, इंडिया के बैटिंग में कल? Where are you most scared for? Like the top, the middle, lower order?
The tail, and the top order. Yeah, if you're under lies chasing 260, 270 like today, I'm a bit worried because the ball will move and everything. And middle order, we got confidence from the last game, but top order also, like it just depends on the pitch, the situation, how they think. Most I'm worried about is the tail because अगर जल्दी out हो गए, फिर आप like आपको 15-20 run, if you're going to leave it on the field, then that's can cost you. That's what I'm worried about if you look at from the batting. I'm still confident about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, man. The class players. एक नया एक दिन पाकिस्तान के खिलाफ मार देंगे. अब रोहित शर्मा भी overcast conditions. We don't have to look too far back. 2019 Old Trafford. वहाँ पे भी बारिश के खतरा था and everything. उन्हें सेंचुरी मार दिया था मोहम्मद आमिर हसन अली उन लोग के against. Or just like it was just a couple of years after the Champions Trophy win from Pakistan. So I'm not worried. But if you ask me where they could get exposed is that lower order could get exposed, and I hope they don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be something. And again, it's all. I think we you just need to have a plan again. And I'm pretty sure India will have a plan against Shaheen this time going in. I mean, it's hard to make a plan and execute it, but again, you will know कि भाई इसकी first spell अगर आप निकाल दिए, ball थोड़ा older हो गया तो maybe थोड़ा बहुत movement के chances कम हो जाते हैं, where that's where you sort of neutralize him, like थोड़ा बहुत उसको आप बे पे रखते हैं and he doesn't manage to get it in. But again, Naseem on the other hand, again, Seam मिल जाता उसको कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा बहुत है, but he's not probably as scary as Shaheen in the first like 10 overs probably.
Yeah, the thing is, Naseem is quick though. Like that's the only thing. But yes, because Shaheen gets the ball to swing in the air, and Shubman mentioned that in this press conference, that makes him even trickier, right? Because वो जो आपको like lateral movement मिलता, जो हवा में swing मिलता, that it makes it even more difficult, and that angle also that he's creating, it makes him a bit more of a challenge. But Naseem, again, he's also he could be a handful. Haris Rauf, man, don't forget him. He's coming off a man of the match performance against Bangladesh. That guy has raw pace. He's a proper wicket taker, and he looked to pick up wickets. I know him and Ishan Kishan had a bit. I mean, it was him who gave Ishan Kishan a send off, so Ishan Kishan will probably try to answer back with the bat this time around.
Yeah, but I think intent a year short is necessary for Rohit and Gill to show. They need to play some shots and not let the bowler overpower them. Yeah, I think that's what you got to see. I think in the like the ODI against Nepal. I know again Pakistan Nepal do different है, but अब रोहित शर्मा का जो first over था करण केसी का है ना, थोड़ा बहुत he looked a little confused and perplexed and he said हट यार, क्या बोलते हो पनीर पे concentrate करते बोले फिर उन्हें
It's a fine line, right? Because Iyer showed intent, but then that same intent got him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
So like
same intent on the same kind of ball.
yeah, I mean, he did hit a beautiful cover drive, and he looked. Even Virat Kohli showed intent, but then he got out right at the end of the day. So that's the thing. Like I think it's more about trying to put them under pressure, but balance it out with seeing the new ball.
Yeah, it's like a fine line, like you're saying. एकदम counter attack नहीं हो जाए, एकदम counter attacking mode में अंदर को चले, but be smart about your shots.
अब रोहित शर्मा को देखो, उन्हें भी intent लगा है. He flicked Shaheen twice. Once he almost got caught, and the other one just landed just inside the boundary. So he was also showing intent. It wasn't like he wasn't. It was Shubman Gill who was stuck, I think, more than anybody else. All the other batters, to me, they showed intent, but then it's about surviving that good ball as well. Too many times you've seen in Indian cricket recently that the good ball has got you out. So it's about like, oh my God, another one. Albitik Shana on fire.
अरे यार अब चल रहा मेरे पास यहाँ पे
मेन गाय आउट हो गया रिडोय. बट हाँ वही है कि भाई लाइक आप इंटेंट भी दिखाना है, बट देन गुड बॉल्स को कैसा खेलेंगे आप. पहले आप वो सर्वाइव करना, फिर उसके बाद गुड बॉल्स को भी आप सिंगल कैसा निकालना, डबल, एंड आप वैसा आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्ड करेंगे, देन यू विल आल्सो हिट गुड बॉल्स फॉर 4 एज वेल. वी सीन प्राइम विराट कोहली, मोहम्मद आमिर bowled one of the best fives I've ever seen in the Asia Cup in 2016, that 20 game, and Virat Kohli was just like cover driving, and those are really good balls. So like it's not like our players can't hit the good balls or can't play the good balls. It's just getting that rhythm right. Yeah.
I think for particularly Indian batsmen, मैं जो देखा over time, I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but just what I've seen that they like to set in innings rather than coming and hitting from ball one. They like to build themselves. थोड़े बहुत एक बैट को लगे 4, 5, 10 बॉल लगे, तब जाके दिल में समझ में आता कि हाँ भाई ऐसा चल रहा है. That's what Rohit Sharma is supposed to do, I think, and that's how Virat Kohli is as well. हाँ, बॉल वन से आके वो एक दिन आता कि आप रिदम में naturally दिख जाते, या तो you had a very good practice session, या you had a very good just a pre-warm up before the match जो रहता छोड़ो को तो आप nets करते just before the game. But I think usually what I've noticed it till you don't get like 5-6 balls to just stroke and थोड़ा बहुत मार लेना, then I think आप rhythm में आ जाते. That's what generally ऐसे. But आजकल जो counter attack mode में जो है बहुत कम लोग कर, like Surya is one of those players. That's why we take Surya's name in like these situations.
I think where you can become more critical is, for example, if Pakistan 100 for no loss and India are 50 for 5, then you can be more critical. But for example, in that game, agar Pakistan were 50 for 3 or for 4 also, then we wouldn't really have that discussion about Pakistani bowlers all the time, because then we'll say, bhai, उन लोग के भी top order flaky, उन लोग के भी top order वो बुमराह को face नहीं कर सक रहे, उन लोग भी सिराज के against struggle कर रहे. So I think like when we see a proper contest between the both teams and we see the end result, then I think it'll be easier to gauge right now, because we're basing it off the past T20 games and we're basing it off one innings. When we see both teams playing, then we'll have a better understanding. And I can't promise you that Bumrah will come and rattle the Pakistani opening order, but there is a possibility of that, right? You will bank on it. I mean, going into the game, you would bank that if Pakistani bowlers are troubling Indian batsmen, then you bank your bowlers also to trouble the Pakistani batsmen.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's true. I am worried about Shardul. मुझे आज तक नहीं पता what is his strength, what role he plays for them. Shardul Thakur is one of those players who instigates the batsman to come out of his comfort and play. He on a slower surface, he will be one of those teasing bowlers जहाँ पे उन्हें ऐसा बॉल डालता कि लगता है आप मार के मुंडा फोड़ सकते हैं, लेकिन टॉप पेज लेके चले आते हैं डीप मिड विकेट, डीपर एरियाज में आपको पकड़ ले सकते हैं डिपेंडिंग ऑन द साइड ऑफ द ग्राउंड. एंड देन देखो भाई बैटिंग का तो ऐसा है कि लगे तो चल गया, नहीं चल लगे तो नो प्रॉब्लम, ऐसा है उसका. टेक्निकली दैट्स व्हाट इट इज. आई डोंट थिंक इवन द इंडियन टीम like really sees him like a proper batsman who's going to get you average 25 runs a game, but it's always additional help will always welcome, and that's what I see with Shardul Thakur. And Shardul Thakur again, he can bowl cutters, he can do what I think what Siraj and these guys don't usually do, like get
You
people
know,
out.
the thing is, what I worry about is that their third seamer is Haris Rauf, and he has that extra pace. Now will Shardul, will he be able to pick up wickets like how Haris does? Will he be able to think? Maybe not. Maybe you don't need that pace. Maybe his coverage will be more useful in these conditions. Only time will tell. But when I look at it man for man, that's where it's a slight concern for me as well. But you do have Hardik Pandya, and Hardik Pandya against Fahim Ashraf. That's also another battle that I really want to see. I want to
Mhm.
see who's effective, who picks up more wickets, who scores
Yeah.
more runs, because that will be a battle as well. Man for man, it's a very evenly matched battle right now. Fahim is no mug with the ball and bat either.
Yeah, 100%. बांग्लादेश का यार वो ये एम्पायर्स कॉल जो है इतना चिढ़ाता, लाइक आई थिंक वाज मिसिंग विकेट्स राइट इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग.
No, I was umpire's call, so just clipping.
हाँ,
So umpire's call means that yeah, like if it was
वही
the
चांस या
other way around,
हाँ.
yeah, other way around, then it would have been not out. If he gave it not out, if he gave it out, it's out. Yeah, clipping,
Yeah,
just
well,
clipping.
थोड़ा annoying है umpires पर. Bangladesh did wrong with Mahmudullah. He is the finisher for them. Shakib played politics and kicked him out. Now they lose these games that they don't have a finisher. Yeah, I mean, they were politics हर टीम में रहता, आप देख सकते हैं clearly. But yeah, I mean, again for them, biggest concern also Shanto getting out of this team. Shanto was their main guy who was getting centuries and 50s back to back. वो भी एक थोड़ा demoralizing भी है. लिटिन दास आए जब से कुछ कर नहीं पा रहा, एंड फिर वायरल की वजह से टीम के बाहर भी चले गया, तो वो टॉप ऑर्डर पे थोड़ी बहुत हिली हुई है. बट मेहदी हसन मिराज एक्सपेरिमेंट इज एक्चुअली काइंड ऑफ वर्किंग फॉर देम राइट. थोड़ा
Yeah, I
बहुत
mean
दिखा
he's
दे
done a
रहा.
good job. Yeah, like he's been incredible, man. He's has a 1 day 100 also, two 1 day 100.
Yeah.
Someone like a Michael Vaughan doesn't have a 1 day 100. So like I mean that's a big achievement for what's his name, Miraj Mehdi. Lekin like Mahmudullah, they are missing a finisher. But I like this guy Rido. He got out now, but he's a good player. I
He's
think he's
very
someone
good
who can
player,
finish games.
very good player.
And आपका शमीम जो था like उन्हें भी ठीक ही है, ऐसा कि they
Good
don't have
hitter है. He's a
they
very
do
good
have
hitter. The first ball he faced उन्हें जब वो छिक्का मार दिया उन्हें पागल
yeah, so
है.
they do have, but again, like I think they leaked a bit too many runs towards the end. That Sadira innings, that partnership with was it Shanaka, that kind of screwed them, man. Like I
सना
think
का
they
एकदम
leaked too
चले
many
गया.
runs over there because आप commentator जब ही बोल दिया था कौन either it was Hayden or अपना दूसरा Dominic Cork, was it one of the two said कि भाई if they get to 250 will be match winning. तो वहीं पे मैच हार गया because pitch तो challenging होने वाला था.
Yeah, it is like two-faced, and I think it दिख क्या आ रहा है यार कि भाई it's assisting the spinners and the fast bowlers as well. Uh, our third seamer is Hardik. Even against Nepal, Hardik bowled 8 and Shardul bowled
True, yeah.
4. Yeah.
He bowled more deliveries and maybe yeah, like it's just purely because of that extra batter they're playing him. I don't know, but Shardul did go for that indoor nets. Also, yesterday, Faiz Siraj did nets. He was batting. So I mean, Kulla captain ka jo message tha in that World Cup announcement, squad announcement, ki like we need the bowlers contribute. It's like I think he's told them muh pe ki bhai aap jaake batting practice karo. Siraj, all these guys are practicing their batting. We saw Bumrah did a decent job with the bat against Pakistan too. So yeah, let's see like what happens. But yeah, he's on right now.
जिधर से भी रन आए मैट के नीचे डाल दो बोरे रोहित भाई, जहां से भी
Yeah,
कहां से भी एक भी आया
मतलब आपको भी contribute करना है. So it was good to see Siraj in the nets and actually batting there, trying to work on his batting. That's good signs.
Yeah, 100%. It is good signs, but like again, it's just like batting depth के चक्कर में कहीं बैगन नहीं मिल जाना होता है. Which again, अभी ये टीम तो बेस्ट टीम ही है जिस हिसाब से अपन देख रहे. Would you? I'm just asking you from the thing of pitch. अगर दोनों भी तरीके के thing. I know you already have Ravinder, but would you think of playing Akshar Patel tomorrow?
I wouldn't, but maybe Rohit does, but I wouldn't. I think I would go with that extra
Because
seamer.
batting wise, you probably would have a little bit more confidence on Upsar if that's
Yeah,
what you're.
and look, if you see Pakistan, they have Iftikhar and Salman Agha
And
as their spinners, but you have Jadeja and Kuldeep. You'll have two out and out spinners who can bowl. So I think it should be okay. Like I think you should be okay with that and go with that extra faster bowler.
Pacer.
That's how I'm looking at it right now. I couldn't be completely wrong, but that's
Mhm.
how I'm looking at it because you see how Shanaka bowled today as well. Medium paces can have a say. Of course, Tikshana was really good, but that's where you want Kuldeep Bhai, you want Ravi Jadeja Bhai to pick up wickets, right, and do their job. That's where you're
Yeah,
banking on them.
yeah, 100%. पाकिस्तान का तो I think वही है कि I think they're much more sorted in that aspect. They have not a
Also,
lot of.
man, I think the last game played a bit of a part in that selection. Last game against India, because जहाँ पे
Mhm,
नवाज और शादा wicket नहीं लिया, right? I think that
mhm.
kind of forced his hand in play Fahim Ashraf. Otherwise, I
Yeah,
didn't see Fahim Ashraf in the vicinity. I didn't think he was going to play. Lekin, he played in the last game. He did well, and now he's continuing to play him because I think also वो wickets नहीं आए थे pitch overs में, and he feels that he can pick up more wickets with Fahim Ashraf in the middle overs, and that's exactly what happened against Bangladesh.
yeah.
तो
Mm.
उस हिसाब से आई थिंक लास्ट गेम अगेंस्ट इंडिया वाज काइंड ऑफ समथिंग दैट फोर्स्ड हिज हैंड कि भाई नहीं नवाज नक्को इसको लेके आएंगे बोल के
But
नवाज मेरा मैच विनर
because Pacers थोड़े बहुत like you said effective थे against India in the earlier game as well and also middle overs में जब prolong कर दिया उन्हें शादाब और उसका spell तो वहां पे ही जाके bulk of the runs पांड्या and ईशान किशन मारे right so I think वही दिमाग में रखते हुए and also extra batter just in case India की bowling किराक हो जाना so yeah you never know okay I think you're right that's a good catch okay, that might have instigated his decision making of playing for him Ashraf
या
बाबर को देखे नेट्स में
हाँ बाबर को देखा मैं कड़क
कड़क
Kadak man, cover drives, solid defense, leg side clips, and yeah, he's looking confident. बाबर भाई को तो मैं बहुत गौर से देख रहा हूँ, and he's a really good player man. उन्हें बोला जब मेरे को बुमराह और versus बाबर वो देखना है मेरे को कल. Hopefully, fingers crossed, no Barish. Like he's saying, no नहीं चाहिए BS, BC, whatever Chirag bhai is saying, because I want to see Bumrah versus thing. I prefer to see it under lights. I prefer to see that in the second innings. I think that'll be safer for Indian fans. But yeah, I want to see Bumrah versus Babar because we didn't see that in the last Asia Cup. Bhuvneshwar Kumar Faiz, if you remember, last Asia Cup troubled Babar, especially with shorter ball. Even in the T20 World Cup, it was Bhuvi who got him out, man. Somebody got Babar out. It was
not Bhuvi
Arshdeep. It was Arshdeep.
Arshdeep
Yeah,
yeah
with the
Arshdeep
shorter ball,
first
I
match
think.
yeah
Yeah, with the shorter ball. So that I want to see Bumrah use that short ball. He has that extra pace, and that contest I'm really keen to see. I think that'll be really good. But yeah, Babar in the nets, he's a classic player, man. It's a pleasure to watch as well. Is really good. I saw him, Imam ul Haq. I've seen him in the nets too. Rizwan.
इमाम तो
Most
चिकट है
of
यार
them.
भाई
आज
इमाम
तो
हर
शाहीन भी
जगह
बैटिंग कर
पर
रहा था. शाहीन भी बैटिंग कर रहा आज. He also came in
यार
towards the end.
सिराज बैटिंग कर रहा था तो शाहीन तो करेगा ही
सिराज
but
कल
yeah
कर
I
रहा
think
था आज. हाँ
everybody
आज
is
शाहीन.
roaring to go I think from 1 to 11 everybody is saying हमें बैटिंग चाहिए सदना आ जाके भाई सबला बॉलिंग छोड़ के इरफान पठान के जैसे सबला बॉलिंग छोड़ के बैटिंग करना शुरू कर देंगे
हाँ नहीं आई थिंक मैसेज तो क्लियर आ गया रोहित शर्मा से कि भाई सब बैटिंग करना है सबको आप प्रैक्टिस करो और रन चाहिए सबसे रन चाहिए तो या also captaincy under pressure I really want to see how both teams both captains make moves because it like you said right now I think in Ahmedabad it's going to be way more pressure but still it's an India Pakistan game right and
yeah
maybe the crowd will influence it more in Ahmedabad but here I still want to see how they handle the pressure if it's like 30 of 18 or if one team is taking the attack to the other opposition what does the bowling captain do how does he move his field around how does he conduct the bowling changes I'm really looking forward to seeing that I think
Chirag while asking who looks best in batting in nets according to you
overall India and Pakistan
I think yeah I guess
I mean I can't go past Virat Kohli but if you just want me to be a bit out of the box I think Shubman Gill.
Shubman Gill.
Yeah, he was timing everything. But you can't get past Virat Kohli, Babar Azam, man. Like, he's just so good, bro, to watch. Rohit Sharma. Oh, Rohit Sharma is the best batsman to watch live for me, personally.
live
I'm not
live
like,
live
yeah, like, उन्हें जो नेपाल के against हमारा मैं ऐसे ही बैठ के देख रहा था.
सही लग रहे
Like,
थे कल परसों सही आ
अरे
रहा
अरे
था
हाँ सही लग रहे थे मैं बोला रोहित भाई man like he's just a class act man but yeah look Virat Kohli Babar Azam you can't really get past them like for us that's an elite level man elite level and it's really good to see the amount of work they put in, because I was sitting and thinking, भाई मैं और फैज तो धज्जा उड़ाते हैं इन लोग को है, like टीवी
या
पे
जैसा अपन
देख
वो चाहता, जैसा आपने वो चाहता।
और केएल राहुल बेचारा, like सब पे बात कर रहा हूँ, नॉट इवन मैं भी धज्जा उड़ाता हूँ, बट मैं तो भाई लोग कितना मेहनत करते हैं, कितना वो करते हैं, सब पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर, इंडियन, श्रीलंकन, बांग्लादेश, bro, like it's from the nets to even the warm-ups, before the game 1 hour, the Sri Lankan Bangladesh players are warming up, they're doing throwdowns,
Body
they're
opening, yeah,
yeah,
opening the
bowling
body,
and things.
yeah.
The amount of effort you have to put, man, it is crazy. I understand you're going to say like they get paid and everything, भाई मैं मानता हूँ, लेकिन मेरे लिए लाइक आई ओपनर था कि मैं बहुत इजीली वो तो क्या शॉट खेला, मगर there's a lot of effort going into it,
Yeah,
like
100%। अब देखो वही है ना, like a lot of people, अपन फुटबॉल का भी अगर देख, कोई भी स्पोर्ट का ले लो, है obviously
हाँ,
वो amount of
बट
efforts आप डालते हो,
मैं कभी ऐसा
और
इतना
उससे ही,
क्लोज,
हाँ, उससे एक्सपेक्टेशन बढ़ जाता है ना कि भाई इससे यही मारेगा, यही करेगा, and जब वो सब नहीं होता है, just comes crashing down, like your heroes थोड़ा let you down, तो थोड़ा बहुत रिएक्शन तो बनता है, I guess। तो वो
yeah,
सिचुएशन से थिंग है, लेकिन अब कड़क दिख रहा, हाँ भाई इतना कड़क नेट में था, इधर कहीं को नहीं खेला, फिर वो तो हो ही गया, आई मीन ओवर टाइम।
yeah,
बट या आई गेट व्हाट यू सेइंग, ऑफ स्ट्रक तो हो जाते हैं भाई, स्टार स्ट्रक हो जाते हैं कि भाई वो बैट किया हुआ है अपन, बिकॉज़ अपन इमेजिन नहीं कर सकते प्लेइंग लाइक दैट,
yeah.
बट अपने
बट
अपने
वही
कोई
अपना काम है, लाइक हम तो लाइक बिकॉज द प्रोफेशनल्स, हम लोग उन लोग को जज कर रहे हैं बेस्ड ऑन देयर एबिलिटीज, वी आर नॉट जजिंग इट बेस्ड ऑन आवर एबिलिटीज, सो
एग्जैक्टली,
एवरीबॉडी हैज एंटाइटल्ड टू देयर ओपिनियन, बट आई वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग लाइक दैट, आई एम लाइक क्वेश्चन, मैं तो क्या क्या की बोलता हूँ यहाँ पे, तो लाइक जबरदस्त मेहनत चल रही, लाइक सुबह शाम लगातार, हाउ वी स्टडी फॉर एग्जाम्स, लाइक 10-10 घंटे, आई मीन I didn't really do it in my school days, but in college, thoda bahut, when I became serious, it was like that. But for cricket, they're always at it, man, 24/7, and that's why I can tell, like some of the players, they want to try different things, they have different hobbies. A lot of cricketers, they take up golf, if you see, they just want a break because they're always at it, like 24/7, like cricket, yeah.
yeah, वही है, I mean they signed in for it, and like that's what it is, cricket, and then फिर T20 formats ले लो, ये format ले लो, वो format again, then design your batting approach according to that, and then diets, and है भाई, it's a hard life, no doubt। I mean sports athlete कोई भी रहने दो, वो डाइट्स फॉलो करो, फिर वो इंटरव्यूज करो, फिर वो मीडिया का क्लिप है, फिर ये इसका है, फिर आप पब्लिक में भी बाहर नहीं जा सकते, राइट? It's that hard life, you can't go out easily, like Virat Kohli can't go out anywhere।
Yeah, he's in his room, like well, like what can you do if he goes out? That's it, boom.
Yeah,
Like they go to,
वही
yeah.
है, तो it's a hard life, but I think you sort of get acclimatized to the whole thing, and आपको एक आदत हो जाती है। अब इंशाल्लाह थोड़े दिनों में आप
But
उसका
they're in a
जो
very good mood, Faiz.
में
Yesterday,
जाएंगे।
yesterday they were in a very good mood, the Indian team. Like compared to the other practices, compared to everything, they were laughing around. You saw Virat Kohli, like playing football. Then he had a playful moment with the dog as well. Shreyas Iyer was also playing with that same dog afterwards. He was in a good mood. Kuldeep Bhai was in a good mood. Everybody was in a good mood. Rohit Sharma too. It was it was a more like relaxed kind of calm atmosphere. I think the fact that playing in Sri Lanka, थोड़ा सा कम pressure है. In India, it might be a different thing. But Rohit Sharma तो खुला बोल दिया भाई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, मेरे को पूछना नहीं बाहर के आवाज के बारे में या प्रेशर के बारे में, मैं सवाल जवाब नहीं दूंगा, मैं बहुत वक्त बोल दिया कि मैं नहीं सुनता हूँ बाहर का, ना हमारी टीम सुनती। बट आई एम जस्ट सेइंग इन जनरल दे लुक्ड वेरी रिलैक्स्ड, कंपोज्ड एंड focused as well at the same time. It's not like it's just thing, but it's always good to have a lighter mood as well. It clears your brain, right? If you're just too much, अरे मैं शाइन को कैसा खेलूंगा, इसको कैसा करूंगा, it'll mess up your rhythm. And you can tell even the way they're practicing, they're just focusing on each ball that was coming at them. They're not like trying to think. Jadeja, Faiz, I saw him very close today. I was right in front of him, basically, at his, I was point, okay, like, so cut shot jo hai. And he was for 15 minutes he was basically they kept changing the field, like how me and Ashish do in nets in Canada, like bolte yahan filter, and he's playing his shots accordingly. So they do that too, like they have they simulate the field, and so it was basically the sling arm thing, and they simulate the field, and he will play the shots accordingly to the field. So like when there was no protection on the offside, he will play the cuts towards me. If there was protection on the offside, he'll play the leg side shot, he'll play the ramp. But there's one guy, Fez, I don't know if you know him, this guy called Raghu, okay? He is the one of the three, I think, जो वो स्लिंग आर्म मारता, भाई का फेंकता, he is a beast, man. किसी से भी पूछ लो आप, दूसरे भी जर्नलिस्ट थे, ये वो, उन लोग तो पहले देख चुके, मैं तो पहली बार देखा उसको, मतलब इतना करीब से भाई क्या फेंकता बॉल, उन्हें बॉल ही नहीं दिखता, 3-4 वक्त उन्हें बीट करा राहुल को, शुभमन को.
आई
ही
थिंक
इज क्रेजी
आई
ब्रो.
थिंक रघु
रघु,
को
रिमेंबर द नेम ब्रो.
इंटरव्यू में देखा था, मैं थिंक वाज इट
रोहित को
हार्दिक.
मारा था उन्हें,
हाँ.
तुम्हारे को याद है लास्ट ईयर मारा था T20 वर्ल्ड कप में, याद है रोहित भाई को इंजरी हुई थी,
उंगली,
हम लोग
हाँ,
बोले
फिंगर.
शिट शिट. तो इन्हें ही मारा था ब्रो. ही इज एन एनिमल मैन, लाइक क्रेजी, क्या फेंकता है स्लिंग वो. वो भी आर्ट है, हम लोग बोलते हैं कि खाली
या
ऐसा करो, शोल्डर
या
रहना पड़ता. एंड
या
कंपेयर टू द अदर slingers, like even the Pakistani ones and everything, this guy is a different beast man. He's just crazy shoulder है उसका. Just remember his name, Raghu.
because I think Dravid and Virat Kohli एक इंटरव्यू में बात कर रहे थे रघु के बारे में. I think I just vaguely remember it.
That's some insight for you that I learned today as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, अच्छा है. Jadeja also got practice. So Jadeja से भी सब, I mean, obviously expectations है for him to also, because he is coming at an important position. जहाँ पे अगर आपकी, थोड़ी बहुत top four नहीं चले, then he also has to be one of those. Ishan Kishan, Hardik Pandya. So it hasn't been a lot of cricket that he's played in ODI format particularly. जडेजा because इंजरी थी, फिर he didn't come for a long time. Then टेस्ट मैचेस में घुसा, फिर IPL खेला, उसके बाद I don't think उन्हें ODI
Yeah.
खेले ज्यादा. So
Yeah,
it's not
Faiz,
been.
if you're like that, that's one thing. If you're looking at it from a bowler's perspective, bowling perspective, attacking perspective, I would have liked to see Chahal, because he'll get something different in the team,
Yeah.
at least in the backup there. Or if you're looking at, if you want batting as well, then I would have gone with the Sundar. But again, उन्हें खेला नहीं. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I need either an off spinner or a right arm leg spinner. You have
Yeah.
three left arm spinners now. कुलदीप भाई तो लेग स्पिनर, उसका उनका तो पंता हर गेम. अब
Correct.
जडेजा अक्सर अब दोनों को खिलाएंगे भी तो कैसा रहेगा? It'll be the thing. Even for example, you're playing a game in Lucknow or Chennai, the ball is turning like crazy. It becomes similar, no? Like, yes, there could be
Yeah.
one game they both run through them from each end. Maybe it's like because they're both like suiting both of them, the angle and the pitch and all that. But in general, I would like to see a bit more variety, man. In that, I don't know what you think, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, variety तो जरूरी है. And again, these kind of confusions, like बोलते ना, this kind of confusion is not a good confusion to have. The ones where you have like, I mean, this decision making is not that tough. You still have it, क्या बोलते, open है कि हाँ भाई इसको खिला लो conditions के हिसाब से. Like, but आप जो बोले ideal situation. Also, the problem is we don't have like people like Hardik Pandya, then that makes decision making harder, right? Like अगर Hardik Pandya के लिए और 2-3 होए तो अच्छा है. So yeah, I think I agree with you. Okay, bhai, it's just like we need to develop these things. And again, what can we do? वही grassroots में जाके घुसना and all of that stuff. But yeah, I think more or less Sri Lanka तो जीत गई. I think 34 of 20 है. I don't know, मैं शायद पीछे हूँ आपसे.
19, yeah.
Yeah, I think हो गया मैच बेचारे.
Pati Rana is bowling.
Yeah, but I mean excited तो है. शार्दुल है ना ऑफ स्पिनर का. अरे भाई, केएल के पहले पीछे, अब शार्दुल के पीछे आ गया अपना एक चिराग. बट आई मीन, शार्दुल का यही है यार, कल को अगर चलेगा, देन आई मीन अगेन इट्स जस्ट लाइक you can expect, you can expect anything from him at any time. If he delivers, it's good. आईपीएल में भी when he made at 64 in for the नाइट राइडर्स, कोई भी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहे थे, बट उन्हें बनाया बाद, फिर उसको बैटिंग में प्रमोट भी कर दिया. तो
He's like that. You don't know what to expect. Unpredictability factor, and it could work in your favor. It could go down south too, and it's a risk that Rohit Sharma is taking. And why not? Let's see. You still have games
100%.
leading, but like I don't know how you're looking at it. I think because last time the Indian team looked at Asia Cup as more of like going into that T20 World Cup, trying to get the rhythm right. But I think this time around they're looking to win it, man. And I think that's the approach, because you gotta go with your best teams, try to attack the opposition, and that's how you're going to build rhythm for the World Cup. Then if you need to make changes, you can make changes. You always have that Australia series to make experiments and change and everything. I'm not saying don't do changes here, but I'm saying in general the approach should be to try and try to win the
I
tournament.
think 100% it's a winning mentality. आप देख लो, because देखो, they first have to have damage control with whatever the tournaments in the past. आप देख लो, T20 World Cup नहीं जीते. ये जो 11 है आपकी, बड़ी मुश्किल से this is the best 11 that you have, and you have got this 11 after a very long time. Jasprit Bumrah has been out of cricket for like a year or more. You didn't have him in the team, so that was a very big hole in the whole Indian team. And now that he's back, under Rohit Sharma's captaincy, Rohit Sharma is now fitter. KL Rahul वापस आ गया, तो everybody sort of all the क्या बोलते missing puzzles are getting back into the team, and now this team has the most chemistry that you could expect, right? From an Indian standpoint, right now this is the best team that you could make. So now it is obviously going to be tested. There will be a bit of a test in this Asia Cup कि हाँ भाई हम team को test करें, but more or less आप फिर भी बोल सकते हैं हाँ भाई यही winning team है for the Asia Cup. You want to add anyone, you won't want Sanju because he's not played with the likes of Shreyas, Virat, KL and all. As much as Shreyas and KL have played. So at the end of the day, this is the best team that Rohit could want, and like you said, it's more or less it looks like his team, and again in confidence with Ajit Agarkar and Rahul Dravid. So the mix is very good. I think they're going to win this, and this win, like you said, will again go into the World Cup. World Cup जीतने के एक temperament आएंगे. यहाँ से build करना, लेकिन वो spirit. That's the main.
Yeah, I know World Cup is bigger and everything, but you know how I look at it, like World Cup, there's going to be a lot of pressure. आप घर पे खेल रहे, ये कर रहे, वो कर रहे, उतना credit भी थोड़ा सा, oh my God,
अच्छा मार रहे हैं.
fielding.
Yeah.
भाई
अच्छा.
उन्हें छक्का रोक दिया, भाई छक्का रोक दिया, क्रेजी फील्डिंग था. बट हाँ, मैं बोलने वाला था कि लाइक अरे इंडिया में खेल रहे हैं, अहमदाबाद में तो कहाँ से जीतेंगे पाकिस्तान, इंडिया तो एनीवे जीतने वाले थे. सो लाइक ओवर हियर आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड टेस्ट. यू प्लेइंग अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान इज अ हाई क्वालिटी साइड. इफ यू प्ले देम इन द फाइनल एंड यू बीट देम, आई थिंक दैट्स अ गुड साइन गोइंग इनटू द वर्ल्ड कप. इट गिव देम कॉन्फिडेंस, दे टेक द प्रेशर ऑफ रोहित शर्मा एज वेल, टेक द प्रेशर ऑफ द प्लेयर्स, एंड इट गिव यू सम कॉन्फिडेंस गोइंग इनटू दैट थिंग. एंड देन इन द वर्ल्ड कप इवन इफ यू लूज, एटलीस्ट लाइक दैट वो रहता कि भाई लुक हम एक न्यूट्रल वेन्यू में जीते, एशिया कप थे, ठीक है, वर्ल्ड कप में वी लॉस्ट टू द बेटर टीम और व्हाटएवर इट इज. आई नो दैट्स नॉट हाउ, नो वन इज लुकिंग एट इट लाइक दैट. आई एम जस्ट थिंकिंग, speaking my mind out in that way. Oh my God, man. Who
अच्छा पकड़ के छोड़ा, अच्छा पकड़ के फेंका.
That was Michael Jordan-esque. Yes. Yes, Fez, tomorrow, tips and chips. Give me one player each. I mean, two players each. Oh, six. Apparently, it hit. His foot hit the thing. Oh, Fez, game on. 25-15. 25-15.
अरे लग गया.
वापस चले जाऊं क्या स्टेडियम को मैं?
अब गए जब तक हो जाता नहीं मैच.
Oh, what a game on our hands.
अमूल को मार दिया शायद.
ठीक शना baby. Yeah, भाई उड़ा दिया फिर से. It goes to the, is it going to the boundary? No, it's covered in the mid wicket. One run. हाँ, नहीं, one run. 24 or 14. हाँ,
अच्छा चल रहा है मैच ये. Yeah, I mean कल tips and tips के हिसाब से मेरे लिए तो again, let's not go with the regulars. Let's go with some different people, for me at least. I'm going to go from Pakistan. I'm going to go with Chachu. I think Chachu is
my guy, buddy. Chachu.
That guy can bowl also now. So I'm thinking he might pick up a couple of wickets in the middle and also get a good amount of runs in batting. Chachu will be one iftikhar Ahmed, sorry for people who don't know who Chachu is. And second, in India's favor, I will go with let's see, I'm going to go with Shreyas Iyer. Let's back the guy.
Ooh,
because
good call. I went with him last game. That's a good call.
I'm going to go with Shreyas Iyer. He did look good. He was in good touch. Unfortunate to get out on that the way he did on the short ball, but intent. That's what I saw with the guy.
And I'll go Imamulak. And Chikatevne, and I'll go from India. One of the three, man. Top three में से ही मैं pick करूँगा. Let's go Rohit Sharma, man. Come on, let's go.
Let's go Rohit.
We trust. I mean, I was very close to in the gap. No, one run. No, I think Rohit Sharma. I was going to say Virat Kohli slip of the thing because I think Virat Kohli is looking in the zone. He likes playing against Pakistan, bro. And in Colombo, he averages 100. Virat Kohli against Pakistan. I was seeing the figures. I think Cricket for Station put it. Mazhar Arshad. Basically, you know what the stat was? Against Pakistan fast bowlers, he averages 40. Against Pakistan spinners, he averages like 400, bro. Something like that I was reading. But Virat Kohli against Pakistan, like, he is your obvious pick. If you're playing fantasy, you pick him. But I'm going with Rohit Sharma. I just want that, thing go off his back. Like, कि अरे शाइन मारो भाई जाके, लाइक खत्म करो, भागे सेंचुरी होना रोहित भाई का. और फिर प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में पूछेंगे क्या टिप्स दे रहा है पाकिस्तानी बैट्समैन को, आप आके बोलो अभी क्या बताऊंगा.
नहीं नहीं, डेफिनेटली रोहित
अगर
शर्मा
उन्हें सेंचुरी
दोनों
मारा
को।
फैस पूछेंगे सवाल, अभी क्या बताएंगे आप?
उन्हें तो गिरा के यार रोहित शर्मा, आई लाइक द वे ही डील्स विद थिंग्स। बहुत चिल बंदा है, उन्होंने हंसते हंसते दे देता है आराम से।
Yeah.
ही
The
इज
thing,
वेरी
even Virat Kohli, legend, they're all legends, man, of the game. Very chilled guys. Oh, bowled him. It's done. Slinga
डन।
Malinga Junior Patirana bowls the Yorker. Sri
यॉर्कर
Lanka
मार दिया।
have won their Super 4 game. They got 2 points on the board. And tomorrow, if India win, then it's going to be three teams with two points. And Bangladesh are more than likely to be out of the tournament now. They've lost their
Yeah,
two Super 4 games.
now they won't be crying about the reserve game then.
Yeah, they won't. I mean, they have every right to. Venkatesh Prasad, if you see his tweets, he's telling the boys, "Why are you agreeing to this? Why are you doing that?" He's very upset about it. And yes, man, like I don't understand. आप एक ही game के लिए रखे. I understand, but it doesn't make like sense. You know, it's unfair. Yeah.
It's always the inside issues that happen in every tournament. But again, देखो भाई, if Bangladesh had an issue, then they shouldn't have agreed up. देखो आप immediately जब ये news start हुई after the press conference, the board of Sri Lankan cricket, Bangladesh cricket tweeted immediately out of it कि दे ये सब म्यूचुअल कंसेंट के साथ हुआ, कोई भी हमारे को फर्क नहीं करे हो, तो फिर आप नहीं करना था वो। जब आपके बॉल में वो कोर्ट में बॉल था, तो आप जब जब एतराज बताना था। अब उसके बाद आके फिर अगर आप स्लाइली बोल रहे कि अरे एक ही मैच के लिए कर रहे हो। बट अफगानिस्तान हैव रेज्ड एन इशू विद द एसीसी अपेरेंटली बिकॉज़ दे डिड नॉट नो द कैलकुलेशंस। वो बहुत इरिटेटिंग था भाई। आई थिंक इट वाज नबी और who went ahead and they actually did file a complaint against the ACC saying that they did not tell us these calculations and that is not
And you know,
possible.
Silverwood was in the press conference yesterday. I attended that press conference. Silverwood was the Sri Lanka coach. He said, "Ki listen, even we found out a bit late. I do feel bad for them at a time. Like it wasn't like he didn't come out and say कि भाई हमारे को तो मालूम था उन लोगों को कैसा नहीं मालूम उन्हें ऐसा नहीं बोला. He's like we also found out a bit late because हमारे को भी 37.1 बोले थे, and then we got our because we were kind of aware कि कुछ हो सकता है, and then we figured out कि like you know there's still a chance, but." I see where they're coming from. I do sympathize with that. It wasn't like how he said, "Ki bhai, you should know, ऐसा तो है, you have statisticians and all
Yeah,
that." So
yeah.
somewhere
No,
down the
I mean
line,
statistician कुछ भी है भाई, at the end of emotional वो हो गया था। And राशिद खान gave up, like उन्हें तो नीचे बढ़ गया था, हो गया था उसका। So I think वो हिसाब से like it's a bit harsh on him. And the way Rashid Khan was timing the ball, I think मार लेता था यार Rashid Khan। खैर, again, there's always going to be controversy no matter how much technology you have. There's always going to be controversy. It's always going to be a part of the game. India or Pakistan tomorrow? I mean, India is bowling up, but like just the big
yeah, I think
question.
India. I said last time also India. If India won that, maybe this time around I would have said Pakistan, but I'll go with India again, man. No,
Yeah,
they have. If it's inshallah we get a full game, we need India to win, bro.
inshallah, man. No more rain and everything there.
You know,
Ashish says,
Ashish saying they're riding the luck, but I also have to give them a lot of credit because they don't have Hasaranga. They don't have a lot of players, man, not playing in this lineup, and they're still stepping up to the plate. Raja Paksa bhi nahi hai. कौन है यार दो तीन और players नहीं खेल रहे हैं उन लोगों के. I'm missing
yeah.
2 3 other names. They have like 4 5 players missing, and I think they've done a really good job. The way Silverwood, the coach has,
Lahiro Kumara नहीं है उनका फास्ट
yeah,
बॉलर
Lahira
एक।
Kumar नहीं
अविष्का
है. You know,
फर्नांडो नहीं है।
yeah, and उन्हें भी नहीं है मधुशंकर
मधुशंका
कोने
भी नहीं
दोनों
है। हाँ,
उन लोग भी
मधुशंका
नहीं है
है।
लेफ्ट आर्म जो है. So they are missing quite a few players. I'm very impressed with what they've done. Yes, they are like in a few games they got lucky, but this game they played really well. You have to give credit to Sidara
समविक्रम
Samakawara.
सदीरा
Yeah, so you have to give
समविक्रम।
credit to him, and then I think the way Shanaka is a really good captain, man. Very
Yeah, very
underrated,
very cool and
very
calm. Yeah,
underrated. उन्हें एशिया कप डिफेंडिंग चैंपियन उन्हें और फिर अभी भी जो कर रहा another Ashish in the house. You got Ashish squared, bruh. Ashish Dalwal and Ashish Bilwal, bro, rhyming last names too. The man them ready for us.
he's asking a question. बिलबल का सवाल तो
Please,
ले लो।
please go ahead. I'll
Today we
answer it.
saw today we saw help for spinners in wicket for Pakistan. I added Fahim Ashraf for tomorrow's games. Any thought? But if you see Shanaka's performance today, also yeah, Mustafa.
Okay, first give my answer. Yes, that is it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's correct. It's correct. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. But मैं वही
Shanaka भी
शनाका का
yeah.
परफॉर्मेंस था। एंड देन अगेन आप देख लो बांग्लादेश के भी स्पिनर्स को ज्यादा कुछ इफेक्ट नहीं हुआ। लाइक दे डिडंट गेट अ लॉट ऑफ विकेट्स, बट यू सी शरीफुल, हसन महमूद, तस्कीन अहमद, इन लोगों को ज्यादा विकेट्स मिले फॉर बांग्लादेश बॉलर एज वेल। एंड यहाँ पे दसुन शनाका एंड ऑल ऑफ दीस गाइस गॉट विकेट। पटिराना तो खैर क्रेजी बॉलर है यार, उन्हें क्या बन रहा उन्हें।
Mm, crazy
But
bowler.
yeah, again, Fahim Ashraf, good addition batting भी कर ले सकता है. Again, that's where you'll see Shardul Thakur versus Fahim Ashraf battle tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's
Looks
sign
like,
out.
yes, sign out and get ready to sign in tomorrow, everybody, because hopefully it's going to be a bright and sunny morning when Mustafa gives us his weather report in the morning after he wakes up fresh and with a smile on his face, hopefully without any rain. But again, you can't say दो दिन का नहीं 3 दिन का नहीं को मौसम बदलता है. Again, let's just go back to a little bit of realistic, but hopefully we stay positive in that aspect. We will come back with India Pakistan preview. Hopefully, if not, then directly the review. But stay tuned to Twitter and Instagram because मुस्तफा वहाँ पे शॉर्ट्स डाल रहे, मुस्तफा वहाँ पे अपडेट्स डालेंगे मैच के दौरान. जो भी इमेजेस उनको मिल सकते हैं, he will try and grabbing that for us and posting it immediately. So do stay active on Twitter and Instagram. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mustafa. I think you should get some rest because tomorrow is going to be a tiring day. Back to back कुछ तो भी रहेगा आपको. And yeah, everybody, thank you for joining us and make sure
Thank
to
you.
like, subscribe and share Chasing the Target. Good night, everybody.